I can't believe I'm actually doing this. And now you ask yourselves, what does he not believe that he's going to do? Well, you see this guy? Yes, this guy that is making sure that you know that he's better than you, that he's richer than you. I'm gonna pay him. Not only am I going to pay him, but I'm also going to put my money on the line for me to profit with him. So he is a so-called trader that also provides signals, which means that he tells me what I should buy or sell, and he claims to be highly profitable. The chat, as you can see right now, is filled with days where he's profitable and he's trying to lure you in. And he did. So what's the plan? Well, here's the plan. I am going to subscribe to his signal service for NASDAQ. It's $120, which is the price of like 15 of these burritos. But not only that, but I'm also going to do this on a $10,000 account. So at the end of the week, we know if I can still pay for burritos or if I am going back to just plain rice and noodles for the rest of the month. But at the same time, I'm also a trader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put $20,000 on my personal account, and I'm also only going to trade NASDAQ, and from there on understand who is going to be more profitable or who at least makes money. Let's hope I make money, okay? So today is Sunday, let's pay for this, and tomorrow we'll be back. See you soon.
Well, at this moment, MambaFX actually caught me. I was trying to use a one-use only card, but he said that this card was not being accepted. But I did not want to give him my regular card where he could simply go and buy jewelry with. So I was trying to come up with a solution, but unfortunately I couldn't. And so I had to use my normal card to pay for signals of someone that is probably going to buy jewelry with them.
Okay, so it's the morning after and I've just found a problem and something that is also very fishy. So let's see how I'm going to be able to solve this, because I don't know if it's going to be easy. So both accounts are already fully loaded. This one is the account that I'm going to be risking 1% on with the signals. This is the account that I'm going to be tracking my performance on. It's 3% up on the 27th of November, and today is the 27th of November. But I think we are going to run into some issues. Let me explain. So MambaFX sells the signal by telling you the entry, TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5, and the stop loss. The problem is, because we are not trading futures, the price is different on different brokers, which means that if I'm not using MambaFX's broker or feed, I don't know exactly the price that he's entering at, because his price might be different to my price in terms of levels. And now let me tell you what is fishy. Well, you see how all of these signals say edited right there. This is a problem, because when he says TP1, TP2, TP3 hits, we do not know if this is true, because he can easily edit TP1, TP2, TP3 just to be able to say that it's true. He edited the signal! He edited the signal! So one of the first things that I'm going to do, which is going to be important, is as soon as I get the signal, I'm going to screenshot it and see if there's a difference after. So let's get into trading.
So this is where things got weird. We got the first signal and it was a buy at market open, basically. Buy NASDAQ now, no stop loss at all. How am I supposed to do this? Now the problem with this is that we don't know how to use risk management, so I decided that for the rest of this challenge I was going to do 0.5 lots for every trade that he sends. And directly after, he said TP1 hit. What do you mean TP1 hit? What? As he said that TP1 was hit, everyone was in drawdown, including me. Then sometime after, he did send another buy signal, buy NASDAQ now again, which once again did not match the entry with the time that he told us to buy NASDAQ at market. So once again, it's deceiving the signals, because the entry he's giving to people is not the entry he told us originally.
He edited the signal! He edited the signal!
Both trades ended up hitting take profit, and I did not trade for the day. So let's see if tomorrow this stays the same. For day number 2, Mamba says that he is looking for buys. And as always, at market open, he says, buy NASDAQ now. I tried to make it justice by executing as soon as he told us to buy, because that would make it the most realistic. But that also made us understand that TP1 is always at 1 to 0.2 risk to reward, which is very, very low. TP1 is at 1 to 0.2 risk to reward. And this is where the trouble began. we got into big drawdown. Okay, we are in deep drawdown and the news are coming. Oh my god. Oh god. That's almost a full loss. Oh my god. Oh my god. $1 away. Oh my god. But the market did come to save him and it reversed the position and it started going away from the stop loss. A little bit after, we had another signal to buy Nasdaq once again without a stop loss. At least this trade had a better risk to reward, and soon after TP1 and TP2 were hit. After TP1 and TP2 was hit, it was time for me to execute. Okay, so I just entered in my first trade of the challenge. I entered in my first trade that resulted in a winner and a break even. And then I also entered in my second trade that also went into big drawdown. Oh my god, we're into some deep drawdown. Am I really going to lose this challenge? Just like Mamba, the market did come for a save and the trade ended up resulting in a winner. And TP3 for MambaFX hit. So that's TP hit for both of MambaFX's trades, and that means that now I actually have to be profitable. I don't like this at all. That's how the day finished. Let's see what Wednesday has for us. On day number 3, this is where we faced the most amount of problems. We can start off with the fact that it was my grandpa's birthday, and because of that, I was trying to record this video on a restaurant. But as always, we got the first text of Mamba saying good morning and then saying that he was looking for sells. A little bit after, he actually says buy Nasdaq now. And funnily enough, the first stop loss that he put was obviously a US 30 stop loss. And this is where the shady things started happening. He edited the signal to TP1, TP2, TP3, and just seconds after he said that TP1 was hit. Yet, I was barely in profit. He says that the entry was at 130, but he told us to buy at like 150. TP1 was basically at entry price. As you saw from the video, I basically executed as soon as he said to buy Nasdaq now. And my entry was at 16,157, while Mamba decided to say that his entry was at 16,130. And then when I checked TP2, that had basically already been hit too. And so I closed 75% of the position for a total of 0.3 R. But then the position completely reversed, which meant that we took an extra 0.25 R loss. So basically this was a break-even trade. Now this is where a big problem actually started. My stop loss did not execute and my broker was having issues, and so I couldn't even place the trade that Mamba said to execute after. But to make it justice, I just went directly onto the charts and just waited for further TPs. But I also found MambaFX lying. So it says TP1 was hit. TP1 is at 0675 and it was never hit. It was never hit. He's lying. He's absolutely lying. Or did I? Well, just a couple of minutes after I understood that in fact it was the feed that I was looking at price at that was frozen, and that TP1 and TP2 on Nasdaq had been hit, and eventually TP3 got hit too for a total of 1.46 R. So this was another winning trading day for MambaFX. He is currently 5.39 R in profit in total for this week. And again, I was not expecting that at all. I personally did not trade, so I'm still at 1.57 R. So let's move on to Thursday. Another day, another challenge, and more lies being spread. So Thursday was interesting because I tried to record this whole video while doing a trip. And the boarding of the plane was actually at market open, which is when Mama sends the signals.
Okay, so I can't actually believe that I'm going to get a signal soon, but I need to board the plane soon. So let's just hope I can put the signal before the plane takes off. That's the goal. Luckily, I still had time to put both signals on, and the first trade was a full loss. Okay, so that is first loss for Mamba. Basically, he said sell Nasdaq now. Stop loss then was 1620. 1620 had already been hit, so I just closed it manually. But what happened next, I actually predicted it. Now the question is he going to lie and say that we're still in the trade and change the stop loss? Or is he going to accept that stop loss was hit? He's still in. Oh my god, this is such a lie.
So we took an obvious stop loss, but magically they were able to stay in and blame it on spreads. And that's where the second signal came in. He said, if you've taken a loss, then sell again. That's what I did, and the market did end up moving very, very lower, and all of the TPs were hit.
Right now, let me guess, he's going to change the signal and he is going to say that TP1 has been hit. So he said TP1 was hit a little bit after he changed the signal, so again, always the same.
Okay, so that is it for the day. I personally did not trade because, as said, I was on the flight during my trading window, and I also noticed that there was really no setup for me, which is okay. MambaFX totaled 0.55 R, even though he claims he totaled 6 R. Thus far, he is 5.93 R in profit, while I am still in 2 trades in 1.57. So tomorrow it's the last day. Let's see if he can keep up. So Friday was the last day. I was traveling, but I knew that I had to perform. Okay, so here's the plan. Today we are still going to look at MambaFX's signals, and we are still going to try to profit today. So, like that, maybe I can catch up, and maybe he loses. I don't really want to lose. All the money I make in this 10k account, I'll give away to someone in the comments. So make sure to comment with this emoji so I know you've come this far in order to win this money. So the plan was set until this happened. Okay, so actually turns out he's not sending any signals today. It's time for me to perform, but there was a problem. Okay, so this was the last day, and as you can see, super range bound day, so there was really no opportunities to bank on big trades until something happened. Okay, so I've been waiting ever since market open. That's 2 hours that I've been waiting, and I think it's finally happening. Okay, so I just longed. I'm trying to start this, but we are at 3% battery. But we actually have a problem. Let's move on to the charts. Well, if this hits, it's actually a 3R, but that would put me at 4.57 and Mamba is at 5.93. So with the idea in mind that I had to scale in, I was looking at the market and I did find a way. So I might have an idea. Since the goal is to win, if I take this 2R win, I think I actually win the challenge. But again, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. This doesn't look good because we're in 2 trades because we want to win and we're in drawdown. So the market did end up reversing in my direction and both trades started going into profit. Come on, target the highs. If this targets the highs, I win. That's the goal. Okay, I'll close this here. Woohoo! There you go. We won, boys. So that is an extra 3R and this is an extra 1.89R for a total of 6.46R. So we closed the trade at 3R, but Mamba also had a good return. I won, but there's a very important disclosure. Okay, so listen, it's true that this week the signals were profitable and I won't take that away from them. But we also saw how they trick you in order to believe that they're way more profitable than they actually are. There's no way for you to do proper risk management because you'll never have a stop loss at first. We've seen $25 stop loss, but we've also seen 50. We've also seen 20. There's no proper risk management. They edit the signals every time they feel like it, and when TP1 has been hit, the average risk to reward was 0.74. In order to break even with this average risk to reward 0.7, you have to be right 60% of the times. And again, we've seen that even though this week was good, 1 week can take everything from you, can make you extremely unprofitable. And so if you're looking at this and you think that this is the solution for your problems, it's not. Signals are not the solution to your problems. Give a man a fish, you will feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you will feed him for a lifetime. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next week. Just as the last one, if you guys want a free trading journal Notion template, then make sure to check the first link in the description. I'll send you one for free.